Okay, my name is Elizabeth from Elizabeth's Healing Path. This video is for my clients and for my students who I teach in the massage program. This is going to be the lymphatic system. And I will say this is probably the most challenging technique for my students to learn. So rest assured, there will be tons of videos that are just for you guys and not my clients. But first, let's just kind of go over how do you know that your issue may be your lymphatic system. So this client does not have an issue with their lymphatic system, so I could not properly show you what it would look like if they had edema. But one thing you want to look at is if there's any swelling in the joints. The ankle's the easiest to see. I used to think I had fat ankles. Turns out I just had some swelling from a sprained ankle. That was 10 years prior. You can also check the swelling of the knee, bloating in the gut. So to give you just a little idea of where the lymphatic system goes, right here below the collarbone, you have two main lymphatic ducts. This right duct just drains the right chest, arm, and face, while the left main duct does the left side and the right leg and gut area. So the left side comes down here. Here's the cisterna chyli, and then splits off wishbones and goes down into the legs. So what are some self-care things you can do as a client to help? What we're trying to do is assist the lymphatic system, just like exercise is assisting the cardiovascular system. So the lymphatic system does not have a heart to pump it like the cardiovascular system. So one thing is movement. And it seems so hard because your knee may be swollen like crazy and you're like, I can't walk. But walking is like one of the few things it really does need. So you can do some other things to help support your lymphatic system so you can even go for your walk. One thing is skin brushing. I totally didn't grab a skin brush. I need a separate video just on skin brushing as soon as someone will pose for me in a Speedo. Haven't found them yet. So skin brushing is great. There's some videos out there. Eventually I'll have my own out there. But another neat one are castor oil packs. They're messy. So I have what I did is I cut up organic flannel, put it in the jar, filled it up with castor oil, and then these are nice and ready for me anytime I need. So let's pretend, for example, that maybe you're having some swelling in your knee, your ankle, you could have some bloating in your gut. All of that is really great for these guys here. Make sure you don't let it touch anything you don't want stained. I'm sorry, is it cold? You could also warm them up ahead of time. I usually do throw the container into my hot roaster over there. And so, because I don't want it to stain anything, I'm going to put saran wrap around it, plastic wrap. Yeah, thank you. And it can go down. And you can use heat on it if you'd like, but this guy should stay on for 10 to 20 minutes. And it'll help pull some of that fluid out of the joint so it can be more comfortable. So if you're trying to decide, is this trigger point, is this fascia, doing something like a castor oil pack, and if it helps, then you're like, okay, there's some extra fluid in here. And then lymphatic drainage massage is pretty complicated to do on yourself, but you can also do things like use gravity by putting your legs up a wall and allowing, and actually he just wiggled his toes. You know, flexing and extending your foot is a great way to pump some of that fluid down your leg. So again, skin brushing, rebounding, so jumping on a trampoline, great for the lymphatic system. Ionic foot detox bath is always good, and receiving a lymphatic drainage massage. Like I said, it's actually a pretty complicated technique. Skin brushing is way more, it's easier for clients to kind of be able to do for themselves. But those other techniques should give you great results. And if you are going to someone for lymphatic drainage, they will help extend the results of your lymphatic drainage massage. I will, however, say you want to understand why your lymphatic system is getting clogged. It's not normal for the knees to swell or your ankles to swell past the initial injury. So I find that usually it's a fascia restriction. You know, imagine the lymphatic system is like a hose, and you get a kink in the hose and the water can't flow through. So the fascia can kink that hose and make it so your thing. Or there's actually a few medical issues that cause lymphatic getting stuck. Or sometimes if you have lymphatic nodes removed, the lymph doesn't have anywhere to go. You need to wear those sleeves, like for people who've had breast cancers. So first, you also kind of want to have an understanding of, why is my lymphatic stagnant? Is it what I'm eating? Is it a fascia? Is it something I need to go to a doctor for? So also kind of exploring those reasons as well. A lot of times people who have arthritic joints will have swelling in the knee. It's trying to help. It's an immune response. And arthritis is a lot of inflammation in the joint. But that swelling can put a lot of pressure on the knees and stuff, which does not feel good. So movement is great. Trying the castor oil pack or rebounding, which is very gentle on the joints to get you moving so that you can be more comfortable with your lymphatic system. Okay. So like I said, I will in the future be making a lot of extensive videos for my students, because it is not an easy technique to learn in such a short video, but hopefully this was helpful to my clients. So I've got a bonus for you. After this one will be some scar tissue release cupping. So watch that one, and thank you for joining me on this series.